Bob, you were a trainer for MTV's Tough Enough, and there was an incident where some say that you roughed up one of the contestants, Matt Cappotelli. What are your thoughts on that incident?
Well, you know what? The thing is, first of all, that would have never been an issue if he wouldn't have went on TV and cried, literally cried like a child and contemplated on quitting wrestling because he had a black eye and a bloody lip.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't knock any of his teeth out. I didn't break his nose. I didn't break his jaw. He didn't lose an eye. All I did was gave him a black eye and a bloody lip. But the problem with that was how that didn't, because he was in the corner and I kept trying to tell him to sit still, but he kept flipping and flopping and moving around, and he was like a moving target. And I kept telling him sit still, and he kept trying to get up. And so that's how the black eye and the bloody nose or the bloody lip or whatever ended up happening. But, you know, I tell people all the time, I can't tell you how many times I've had a black eye and bloody lip from one of the guys wrestling him. That's going to happen in wrestling. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it's going to happen. Now, if you know, so I don't think I don't think you've even ever seen a grown man go on TV and that happened to him, and they're not sure if they want to continue wrestling. You know, he was the only one that's ever done that in the history of the business, go on TV and cry about because he got a black eye or he was roughed up a little bit. But I can't tell you how many times I've been roughed up in a match. I mean, that's just the way it is, you know, and if it wouldn't have been me, it would have been somebody else down the line, and it might have happened on TV or whatever, or would have happened on TV, and then what's he going to do, go in the back and complain because somebody was too rough with him?
Right.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times Bradshaw's just about knocked me out from kicking me in the head or punching me, and same thing with Jericho and a lot of these guys that I've wrestled that wrestle rough, you know. So it's, you know, the jury's out 50-50 that I was too rough with him or I wasn't, and that's just part of wrestling, you know, and that is just part of wrestling, you know, and he understands that now. He understood it, and I just don't think he realized how rough wrestling, you know, is when you get where you're at. And so, and he's never experienced anything like that. So I think he was just caught off guard. It was a shock to him, and, you know, and I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't black his eye on purpose or bloody his lip, by no means. But the bottom line is I didn't injure the guy. I didn't cost him a day of work or anything like that. And he, you know, I've never known anybody to go on TV and cry because they got a black eye and wanted to quit, you know, and I was almost embarrassed for him when he did that, as I'm sure a lot of people felt the same way, but then a lot of people too said I was too aggressive, but, you know, that's wrestling, and you know, and I don't have any regrets about what happened. But like I said, it would have never been an issue if he wouldn't have got on TV and acted the way he did about it, you know, but it is what it is, and, you know, he understands, he gets it, you know, we've talked about it and stuff like that, so, you know, it became a bigger deal than it really should have been.